Luka Doncic has taken the basketball world by storm since entering the NBA in 2018. With his dazzling passes, step-back jumpers, and clutch performances, the Slovenian sensation has quickly established himself as one of the league's most electrifying stars. But for all of his individual brilliance, Doncic has yet to achieve the ultimate prize, an NBA championship. Luka Doncic's basketball story begins in Ljubljana, Slovenia, where he first picked up a ball at the tender age of 7. The son of a basketball coach, Luka's talent was evident from the start. He began playing for the youth academy of Slovenian team Union Olimpija at age 8, and by 13 he was already turning heads with Real Madrid's under-16 team. Doncic made his professional debut for Real Madrid at the astonishing age of 16 years, 2 months, and 2 days, the youngest player to ever suit up for the storied Spanish club. He won the EuroLeague Rising Star Award in both 2017 and 2018 as he led Real Madrid to the EuroLeague title, earning Final Four MVP honors. Doncic also cleaned up on the domestic front, winning MVP awards and championships in the tough Spanish ACB League. His international coming out party came at Eurobasket 2017, where a 17-year-old Luka powered Slovenia to its first European championship while making the all-tournament team. The accolades and accomplishments Doncic racked up as a teenager were simply unprecedented. No European prospect had ever entered the NBA with so much professional experience and success under his belt. Luka's resume made him the most applauded international player ever in the 2018 NBA draft, where the Dallas Mavericks traded up to select the Slovenian prodigy with the 3rd overall pick. The NBA and the basketball world would never be the same. From his very first NBA game, it was clear Luka Doncic was a special talent. As a 19-year-old rookie, he averaged 21.2 points, 7.8 rebounds, and 6.0 assists per game, numbers no rookie had reached since Oscar Robertson in 1960 and 61. Luka ran away with the Rookie of the Year award and already began drawing comparisons to legends like Larry Bird and Magic Johnson for his uncanny playmaking and scoring ability. In his sophomore season, Doncic elevated his game to MVP levels, averaging a staggering 28.8 points, 9.4 rebounds, and 8.8 assists per game. At just 20 years old, he started in the 2020 NBA All-Star Game and was named to the All-NBA First Team, becoming the first player to earn that honor in his first or second season since Tim Duncan in 1998-99. Over his first 5 NBA campaigns, Luka continuously obliterated records and defied belief with his on-court brilliance. He unleashed a barrage of 40 and 50-point triple-doubles, toppling marks held by the likes of Michael Jordan and Wilt Chamberlain. In the 2023-24 season, a 24-year-old Doncic led the NBA in scoring to become the first European player to ever accomplish that feat. He powered the Mavericks to the Western Conference Finals, firmly establishing himself as a top 5 NBA talent. But for all his individual accolades and jaw-dropping performances, a glaring omission remains on Luka's resume. He has yet to lead the Mavericks to an NBA championship. While Luka's regular season brilliance is undeniable, questions linger about whether his game can translate to playoff success against elite opponents with smart defensive schemes. To cement his legacy as an all-time great, Doncic must prove he can be the best player on a title team and deliver Dallas its first NBA championship since 2011. To understand what Luka needs to win a ring, we first have to look at where he's fallen short in the playoffs so far. In 2021 and 2022, Luka and the Mavs ran into a buzzsaw in the form of Kawhi Leonard and the LA Clippers. While Doncic was brilliant, averaging over 30 points per game, the Clippers' aggressive trapping defense forced the ball out of his hands and dared his teammates to beat them. Luka struggled at times with turnovers and seemed gassed by the end of games from carrying such a heavy offensive load. In 2024, Doncic finally broke through to the conference finals, but the Mavs still fell short against the Golden State Warriors. Again, Luka put up gaudy stats but wore down over the course of the series against the Warriors' swarming, switch-heavy defense. It became clear that for Dallas to take the next step, Doncic would need more help shouldering the scoring and playmaking burden against elite playoff defenses. These postseason setbacks have illuminated key areas Luka must address to lead the Mavs to a title. Improved decision-making against traps and double teams, better trust in his teammates and more willingness to give up the ball, superior conditioning to maintain his efficiency deep into playoff games and series, and a stronger supporting cast to take pressure off of him and provide secondary creation. Perhaps the key to Luka winning a ring is the Mavericks front office surrounding him with the right complementary pieces. As great as Doncic is, history shows that solo stars rarely lead their teams to titles. They need co-stars and role players who fit their strengths. The most glaring hole on the Dallas roster is the lack of a reliable second creator to take some offensive pressure off Luka. Tim Hardaway Jr. and Spencer Dinwiddie are solid scorers, but they're more spot-up shooters than guys who can consistently generate their own offense. To get over the hump, the Mavs may need to take a big swing and trade for an established star who can be a true Robin to Luka's Batman. Ultimately, the burden falls on Mark Cuban and the Dallas front office to creatively build a championship-caliber roster around Luka. They need to nail their draft picks, make savvy trades, and convince ring-chasing vets to sign on for less money. Constructing a title team is never easy, but it's the cost of doing business in the star-driven NBA. As essential as roster upgrades are, at the end of the day, superstars are judged by their ability to elevate their teams when it matters most. For the Mavs to win a title, Luka Doncic will need to level up his game and take that final step from All-NBA player to true championship alpha dog. First and foremost, Luka must become a more committed and consistent defender. While his size and IQ make him passable on that end, too often he gets blown by or caught napping off the ball. In the playoffs, opponents will ruthlessly target any weak link, so Doncic can't be a liability the Mavs have to hide. Even becoming an average man-to-man stopper would go a long way. Offensively, Luka is already a walking bucket, but he can still refine his game to be even more efficient. We'd like to see him improve his off-ball movement and cutting, so he's not just relying on his jumper and drives. Doncic should also keep working on his conditioning so he can maintain his pace and stamina deep into playoff games without gassing. But more than any specific skill, Luka's biggest area for growth is his mentality and killer instinct. The true greats have an unshakable belief that they're the best player on the floor at all times, and an almost maniacal drive to destroy their opponents. Look at guys like Jordan, Kobe, and even now Giannis playing with a controlled rage and competitive fire that can be downright scary. We've seen flashes of that alpha dog in Luka, like when he waved off Kawhi in the 2022 playoffs and then drilled a step-back game winner right in his face. But to win a ring, Doncic must fully embrace that cutthroat mentality. He has to want to crush the other team's will and have unwavering confidence they can lead Dallas to the finish line. The playoffs are a mental grind as much as they are a physical one, and Luka needs that unshakable self-belief and desire to be the last man standing. Even if Luka takes his game to new heights, the road to a title in the Western Conference is a daunting one. Standing in the Mavs' way is a murderer's row of superstar talents and loaded contenders. Chief among them are the reigning champions, the Denver Nuggets, led by the back-to-back MVP, Nikola Jokic. The Joker's unmatched passing wizardry and the Nuggets' unselfish ball movement make them a gorgeous offensive machine. Doncic will need to go toe-to-toe with Jokic in a matchup of two of Europe's greatest exports. Then, there are the Phoenix Suns, who have been knocking on the door of a title for years with their dynamic duo of Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. Booker is an assassin in the clutch, and Durant remains unguardable with his limitless scoring arsenal. The Mavs would need to somehow contain that explosive tandem. The Grizzlies' Ja Morant is another one-man wrecking crew capable of single-handedly taking over a playoff series with his electric athleticism and swagger. The point is, even if Luka and the Mavs are at their absolute best, the West is an absolute gauntlet with little margin for error. They'll need some luck with health and matchups, and for Doncic to be special enough to overcome a stacked conference. It will be a tall task, but greatness is not supposed to come easy. When all is said and done, Luka Doncic's pursuit of a ring is about something even bigger than winning a championship. It's about cementing a legacy and chasing basketball immortality. And for Luka to be remembered as an all-time great, he needs to win titles. Right now, Doncic is on a trajectory to be perhaps the greatest European player ever. His early career numbers are on pace with legends like Oscar Robertson and LeBron James. But for as much as we marvel at statistics, the true currency of NBA greatness is championships. There will be doubts and there will be setbacks. The road to a championship is long and arduous and paved with broken ankles and broken hearts. But betting against Luka feels foolish, if not downright insane. This is a young man who has met every challenge, shattered every expectation, and left a trail of ankle-breaking crossovers in his wake. The reign of Luka magic has only just begun, and the best is yet to come. The NBA belongs to the Slovenian wonder kid for now. It's time for the world to bear witness. But hey, that's just my take. Let us know, will he win the coveted ring? And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're always breaking down the biggest stories and trends in the NBA, and you won't want to miss our future videos. While you're at it, smash that notification bell so that way you can stay updated anytime we drop new content. Trust me, with how quickly things change in the NBA, you're going to want to stay up to date. We'll see you next time.